All right, we're going to get started with the rubber handle sleeve on 5.5A from the IED curriculum. We're going to do new part, new sketch. Looking at this part right here. Okay, so what we're going to be learning today is a new tool, and it's the revolve tool. It's a 3D tool. So what it does is it takes one profile, just like you would extrude it, but instead of extruding it, we're going to rotate that profile around a certain axis, and that creates a round profile. So, select our new sketch. And what we're going to draw is this L-shaped thing. It's a long, skinny L-shaped thing. We're going to draw it, and it's going to be a little bit off the x-axis. Going to be that is the diameter, so we're going to use the radius of that, half that, to determine how high it goes, but we'll put those dimensions in here in a second. But I like to start with the line tool, and I don't start right on the origin, I just start right above the origin for this one, because we know we've got a gap in there. I'm going to go up a little ways, and I'm going to zoom out because we need to go down here quite a ways. What's the length of that thing? 4.469. I can go in and type that in. 4.469. I didn't say how tall it was yet. We're going to do that one later. I just eyeballed it. All right, I'm going to come down here. Come down here. Oops. Did not mean to make that crooked like that, but I can fix that real quick. A little horizontal constraint. Boop. Okay. Now we need to add our dimensions in. And we also are going to need a construction line down here to act as our axis. Okay. So you make a line. Maybe turn on construction with this button right there. And then you can draw a line that represents the axis. Doesn't really matter how long that line is. But now it's a dotted line because it's a construction line. And we can also use that now to base some dimensions. So one dimension we know here is this 0.25. That's an easy one to do here, right? 0.25 is the distance between those two lines. 0.25. Okay. Then we have 0.156 is the distance over here, so this is a little skinnier. This distance here. And we already put in the 4.469. If you didn't, go ahead and do that. Now these other two dimensions, this right here, OD, stands for outside diameter. So the outside diameter of this entire handle sleeve is 1.375. Now we want only the radius because we're only measuring half of it. So anytime we see a diameter, we need to cut that in half and make a radius out of it. So the 1.375 is dimension from this outside line to that axis. We're going to cut that in half. 1.375 divided by 2. All right. Well, there's another diameter in here. This 0.1875. That's the diameter of this little hole on the end. There's a little weep hole on the end so that when you put the sleeve on, air can escape and you can get the fit it all the way down onto the end. So 0.1875 is to be the distance from the axis to this little edge. That would be the, of course, we have to divide that number by 2. What was that number again? 0.1875. So 0.1875 divided by 2. All right. Now I'm missing these green lines here. So inventor wants to know where this should be located, left or right. So what I normally do here is I'll make a vertical constraint between the origin and the corner right above it. So if I do click there and there, it locks all those lines in as purple, and I'm fully constrained. It says 1 dimension needed down here. It's just because we don't have the dimension on this construction line. We don't need it. But as long as they're all purple, we're cool. But however, now we've got a couple of fillets. It says a radius of 0.25 TYP. The TYP stands for typical, which means they're all that way. That means all the fillets are going to be 0.25. So we're going to go fillet, 0.25 diameter, radius. Oh, got to turn off construction. Forgot to turn off construction, so I'm going to right click on that and uncheck the construction box. Okay, so now I've got my profile all good. It's all purple lines, got the fillets on there, everything looks good. I'm ready to finish this sketch. So I finished the sketch, and now instead of extrude, I'm going to use revolve. So in the revolve window, it asked me to pick up, it's already selected the profile. It assumed that's the profile I wanted, and it's ready for me to select an axis. The axis is that line down here that we drew, the construction line. And boom, look at that. That's pretty. I hit OK, and there you have it, the rubber handle sleeve.